Hey everyone, I do hope you're well. This is Usman from Fasten, and today we'll be deep diving into Fasten UCL from an embedding perspective. So basically, what that means is that you can create your own layer and then you can embed that into your existing AI agent, right? So just to give you a rundown of what Fasten UCL is, it's basically a unified command layer that allows you to connect to 1,000 plus tools under one hub without any setting up any extra lines of code, right? So to learn more about Fasten UCL, you can just go to our website over here at ucl.dev. And if you're really intrigued to just learn more in depth about Fasten UCL, you can go through over here in the documentation section. And for this tutorial, we also have a written guide for you guys available. So if you guys are looking to follow step by step, or if you're just curious or just trying to understand each and every perspective regarding embedding, we have this entire tutorial already available for you. And we also have some resources. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up our connectors and actions, and then we're going to use an existing web application where an AI agent is being used right then and there. And we also have a resource for you guys available. So if you are like, hey, I don't have my AI agent ready at the moment, I don't have any product that I'm working on. So we already have a repository available for you guys. So you can easily just clone it, download the zip file, or just use GitHub code spaces directly as a live code editor in case you guys just don't want to use your own code editor, right? So everything is plug and play. Everything is very easy to do. So first of all, I'm gonna log into Fasten UCL, and once I've logged in, right, and selected my workspace. And one thing is that if you're a new user and if you're logged into Fasten for the first time, you will get a default workspace called My Workspace, and you can create more than one workspace. And if you have more than one workspace, you have to select one workspace only. So over here, just remember that your workspace is tied down to the connectors and the actions that you use. So over here, you can see that I have so many connectors over here available to my respective needs. And over here, if I click on, one of the connectors, I can see these actions, or what you also call them as tools, right? So each connector has a set of tools that you can easily use. And over here, all I have to do is just connect my account, and you'll see that my tools are ready to be used, right? So first of all, once I have, set up my code environment, which is, right over here, after that, I can just get, started to, putting in all of the respective data and, just run my website accordingly, right? So over here, I'm going to go over here to integrate, right? Like you can see this integrate option over here. So I'm going to click on integrate, and you'll see some steps that are available, right? So first of all, what we have to do is we have to set up our Fasten MCP server, and then we have to utilize and embed a agent. We have to embed an agent connect UI, right? So just to give you an idea, right? So over here, first of all, I'm going to head over to environment, and you'll see that first of all, I have to plug in my LLM key. So over here, I'm using OpenAI, and I placed in my API key already. Then I have to place in the Fasten MCP server URL. So I'll head back to Fasten UCL, and I'll copy this code over here, or this URL, and I'll place it over here. And then over here, you'll see, environment variable called fasten space ID. And keep in mind that we talked about that your workspace is tied down to connectors and actions that you use, and they all have a respective space ID. So it means that if you have two workspaces, one workspace will have a different space ID, while the other will have its own different space ID. It allows you to use your connectors and actions respectively. So over here, I'm going to go back to fasten UCL. I'm going to click over here on the space ID. I'm going to copy that, and I'm going to place it over here. Another thing that we're going to do is we're going to head over to config.ts, which you can find over here under the library folder. So I'm going to click over here, and I'm going to paste the same space ID. I'm going to click on save, and then uh, in step 2, you'll see that over here that we have to embed an agent connect UI. And basically what that is, it's a layer for your web app where you can integrate or embed those connectors and actions that you're using, and that will make sense once we actually are using it. So over here, I'm gonna copy this code, but for this tutorial, we already have the entire agent connect UI already set up for you, so you don't need to set up anything. But if you are building an AI agent, or you're building a SaaS product and you want to embed fastn UCL, I highly recommend going through this Connect UI and just embedding that accordingly and stylizing accordingly that the way that you want. So now that we're set up with our environment, our configuration, and our agent connect, I am gonna run this website, right? So I'm gonna go to npm run dev, and I'm gonna run the site. And yeah, the site is now ready. So I'm gonna click over here, and I'm going to click on the site, and it will redirect me to sort of a demo app where I'm using, my LLM, but I'm also using fastn UCL, right? So oh, now you can see that I have all of my connectors set up and all of my respective tools also set up, right? So see there are all the tools that I can particularly use, and all of my connectors are also enabled. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give our agent a command. I'm gonna say send an email to Usman at tryfastn.ai, and let's say that we're gonna give it a subject, hello world, and a body, probably an email like try fasten, yeah, right? So what it's gonna do is that it's gonna send an email to this email domain, and then it's gonna utilize these connectors and send that exact email, right? But keep in mind that I have already connected my Gmail, so I don't need to tell it that what email do I need to use to send that email. So it's gonna think accordingly, and yeah, the email has been successfully sent. So once I look into my Gmail, I'll see that the email has been sent. And in a nutshell, that's an overall idea about how you can use fastn UCL, set up your connectors, your actions, and then finally embed that into your example, into your SaaS product or any particular product that you're working on. So if you're just curious to work around with fastn UCL and just experiment, or even if you're willing to further enhance your AI agents, you check out fastn UCL at ucl.dev, and check us out on our socials. With that being said, thank you so much.